us? Was the radio sounding all good? Wasn't breaking up or anything like that over there?
No, it sounded good.
All right, just want to make sure that's all good. All right, let's do another little check on the radio. Randy, Tom, you guys all good? Okay, perfect. Well, it's going to get the windows up. The other group's going to get their radio check going, so we'll get ready to get moving here. We'll do a nice warm-up lap to begin this, and then we'll just build after that point. All right, well, let me throw my seatbelt on, and then we'll get going. Again, we'll do a nice warm-up lap, and then we'll just build after that. So let's go ahead and place those cars into the manual mode, please. Okay, let's get rolling here. So even with that warm-up lap, just use that as a good baseline for how you're going to be going about the whole rest of the session. So, it's already getting into that good, muscle memory. As far as where we're looking, how we're turning in. And then also on the warm-up lap, just make sure we're still watching the spacing. Keep that good 5, 6, 7 car lengths or so, okay? So let's go and get ourselves up there into third gear. Again, we'll go up there to third gear. And then we'll do the warm-up all the way until we do get back here to this front straightaway. Alright, so again, we got one full lap from this point here. Okay, so on the straightaway, this is going to be a 5th gear area for us. So you can always get up there at 5th gear. Trying to pick up a good reference point of when we need to start slowing, which when you go down over here to turn number 1, the number 4 board is a really good spot to be braking at every single time. Be assertive when you first get onto that brake pedal. Firm initial, as the speed's coming down, we just gradually take that brake pressure away. And then after turn, you just got to think of it as a light, long duration braking. And we'll head over here towards turn 2, which is over here to turn 2. We want to get off the throttle at the turn in. When you start to come out of that compression, that little kind of dip in the road there, when you start to come out of that, that's a good time to then start to reapply the throttle. It's going to be taking us up here towards turn number 3, which again, this is a 5th gear approach. The 5th gear approach here. Okay, even when you're about at the number 4 board, good time to be braking. Downshift the 4th, and when you turn in, be assertive here. Give it a good amount of steering input. This corner's a little deceiving because it looks like a big, wide, inviting corner, but we're only using a small portion of the actual asphalt through there. Through the bowl, keep this one smooth steering input over your left-hand side, all the way down here to the safe side, and then as we unwind, we'll then squeeze onto the throttle at that point. Alright, we'll get ourselves over here into the S's. And Randy, we kind of talked about this a little bit, that turning cone here for turn number 7. So already working on that here initially. Going through turn 8, for both of you guys, you like to get on that throttle early. Remember, light, long duration braking. Don't accelerate until your car is basically pointed towards the next turning cone. And then going through 9, keep all 4 tires right there in that black patch. Should be right on line, right where you should be, okay? So what we'll do coming out of turn number 10, and this will be the time that we'll start to pick up the pace. Make sure you have that focus up, 100% focus, 100% of the time. And here we go, Tom and Randy, let's work way down that straightaway. We'll get ourselves up there into 5th gear. Well, those RPMs will get up before we do those shifts there, but here we go down that straightaway. At that number 4 board, good time where we can start initiating that brake pressure. We'll do our downshift the 4th, and just carry that light brake pressure there on that entry. As we unwind the wheel, squeeze throttle. Let's do that approach here to turn number 2. So off throttle at turn in, that breathe off, get through the compression, and then squeeze back on. Let's go to 5th gear, as we're now going to be approaching turn number 3. Firm initial brake pressure, eyes back over the right, downshift in the 4th gear. We're going to turn it in, wait for that throttle on the unwind, then we squeeze on. Close to the braking cut every time, no more than the middle. Smooth input to the left, balance in, wait for that throttle until we start to unwind. Then we smoothly get back into it. Nice. Alright, here we go towards turn 8. Just remember, think of it as that light, long duration braking. Get yourself pointed to that turning gun there for 9. They made an accelerator there towards 9. Stay right there in that black patch here through 9. And then here we are back towards turn 10. There we go. Alright, this time you both go a little wide there out of turn 10. Might have been a little early on the turn-in. Might have been on the throttle a little bit early there. Kind of pushing us out a little bit. But hey, we can make that adjustment the next time we get through there. Alright, let's work down this apex right here. 1. Get as we unwind the wheel. We'll just smoothly squeeze the throttle. Let's get off throttle at the turn-in. And then as we come out of the compression, just squeeze them back onto it. Alright, now we're getting ourselves back over here into the bowl. Just keep the input smooth, keep the hands smooth. You don't want to upset the weight of that car, especially as you're trying to get down the hill. You got to keep it all nice and smooth there. As we go into the S's, we can go down to third gear here into the S's. And then just think about that momentum right through here, Tom. Think about that momentum. Which, you know, it's looking better. It's looking better through there. Randy, keep the eyes up, Randy. Remember, stay in that black patch to get through turn 9 right there. There you go. Let's put together another good solid lap here, guys. Let's put together another good solid lap. That looked better at the exit right there, Tom. And same thing for you, Randy. That looked better at the exit of turn number 1. So good adjustment there for you guys. Yeah, remember, breathe off throttle at turn-in when you start to come out of that compression. That's a good time we can start to roll back into it. Nice. Wait on it, let it get turned, on the unwind, then we can make the acceleration. Okay, carry the slight brake pressure, carry it in. Work our way down here towards the apex, nice and smoothly. Unwind it, squeeze it back on. That looks pretty good right there, Tom. That looks pretty good. Randy, I'm seeing you get down that apex there as well. Alright, Tom, remember what we're working on right here at turn 8. Carrying the momentum. Light, long duration braking. Once you get off the brake, let it get pointed towards that turn gun for 9, then we can accelerate. There it is. A little bit of brake pressure at 9. Then we're back across the way over here towards turn 10. There it is. Okay, we're going to slow down here, guys. We're going to slow it down right through here as we get on to that straightaway. And then let's do our rotation here. So, Tom, let me get you over there to that right-hand side there, please. Tom, good laps right there. Tom, you're going to wait for that white 124 to go by you. Alright, and then Randy, what we'll do, since our pace is already down, what we'll do is when we exit turn number 1, that'll be the time that we'll start to pick it back up there for both of you guys. Alright, yeah, just keep plugging away. Here we go, Randy. We're going to work way down this apex here at turn number 1, and then we'll start to pick it up here at the exit. So off throttle at turn-in, let it get through the compression, then we can squeeze back onto it. And I want you to think of your brake pressure, Randy, as a lighter, longer duration after turn-in. Don't be so quick to just want to get off that brake pedal. So actually, like here at the bowl, just think, hey, I'm going to carry this light brake pressure for a nice, good duration to keep the car settled. Work our way down here towards the apex, and as we unwind, then we can squeeze back onto it. Third gear here. Keep it to the left of that turning gun, then we can transition back over towards the right. Nice, there it is. Okay, so we got turn 8 here now. Balance, but stay off of the throttle. Stay off of it. Get the car pointed towards 9, then accelerate. That looks good. That looks good at the exit there at 8. And we're just a little late on the turn in there for 9. Okay, we'll get ourselves back over here to turn for 10. We'll keep looking back over there towards the right side. Once we start to unwind, that's your cue to accelerate. Always let that be your cue. Firm initial brake pressure. Brake like you mean it. Easing off that brake pressure. Yeah, then we can start to make this acceleration to get back over towards turn 2. Get off throttle at the turn-in. Get off of it. Squeeze back on. Good, again, get those eyes back up there towards that right side. So, what I would say right here when you go into turn 3 is being a little bit firmer initially on the approach. Okay? Balance, carry the light brake pressure. No more than the middle, that's too high. That is way too high there. But also what could have contributed to that is getting off the brake pedal too early. You shift that way with those front tires and it starts to, lose grip on those front tires. The car's going to push out wider. Alright, now Randy, as you're behind me, making sure you're not trying to play chase down or anything like that, alright? If it feels like you're just trying to chase my car down, avoid that. Or I'm just judging my speed off of what your speed is, alright? I'm not trying to run away from you or anything like that. Alright, let's put together a good solid lap right here. Let's put together a good solid lap. Let's head on down that straightaway. Brake like you mean it. Have the firm initial, get those eyes over there towards the right, try to expand that vision. Farther you look ahead, more time you're going to give yourself to react. As you unwind the wheel, then squeeze on the throttle. Again, do not accelerate until you start to unwind. Also, don't treat that throttle like a light switch. Nice finesse. So, remember, we got to balance longer here. And also, when we're turning in, remember, push up on that steering wheel. Push up rather than wanting to pull down. So balance longer as we go into the pull. Balance, balance, balance. Smooth input all the way down to the inside right here. On the unwind, we're going to squeeze on. That looked good. That looked good right there, Randy. A lot better there getting through the bowl that time through. Third gear here in the S's. Wait for that turn to come. Then we can transition back right. There we go. Just got to open up that radius a little bit. Stay off the throttle until you're pointing towards that turning cone there for 9. That way, yeah, look at that way. Keep it over here towards this right side. Good. Nice job. Good solid lap right there, Randy. Let's slow it down here, guys. We're going to slow it down here again. Alright, so again, we're going to slow down here. We're going to do another rotation. So, Randy, let me get you over there to that right-hand side here. I'm going to give you guys another stint here behind me. But Randy, you're going to go right there back behind that blue 50, blue 50. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, what we'll do here again, guys, is when we exit turn number 1, we'll start to pick up the pace there at that point. But yeah, just keep plugging away. Keep making it feel easier. Just keep trying to make it feel better every single lap we're doing around here. Alright, so again, at the exit turn number 1, let's start to pick it up. So here we go, here, Tom and Randy. Remember, breathe off throttle at turn in, come to the compression, then it's a squeeze back on. Yeah, it might have been a little fast on the entry. Just a little bit there. Okay, but let's just keep making a smooth input down over here to the inside. Then smooth acceleration at the exit. Here we go back up here to the S's. Good. Hopefully the momentum is feeling better. Hopefully the momentum is feeling better through there. Alrighty, so yeah, we're going to pass the other groups for you guys. Keep going. We're going to go by this other group, so continue on. There we go. Again, just going to breathe off throttle, and then we'll squeeze back on. There we go. Get it slow on that approach as we get up here to turn 3. Be assertive with the initial steering input, because we gotta get ourselves down there towards the apex. Then as we unwind, we're rolling back in. left that turn in, then we can transition back right. Looking clean through there, looking nice and clean through there, but yeah, here's turn in again. There you go, Tom. Nice. Alright, we're going to slow down here again. We're going to be doing another rotation. So again, we're going to be doing another rotation here. So Tom, when you get past those two tolerance guns, let me get you over there to that right side, please. Thank you. And then Tom, right there behind that white 124, so Randy, come on down, Randy. And again, Tom, right behind that white 124. Perfect, there we go. Okay, yeah, let's carry on here, guys. I saw that other group coming, so I wanted to make this a little bit quicker. So we'll just continue on. Alright, guys. Yeah. Make sure, too, on your shifts, especially your downshifts, you guys are slowing down first before you try to perform those downshifts. Especially when you get over there into, like, the S's. Yeah, you gotta get it slowed down more on that approach you're getting into, get up here into the bowl, or sorry, the bowl, turn 3 there, Randy. Make it smooth, work way down the inside. As the on line, just rolling back into it. Nice. Good. Alright, and again, as it gets your 8s, let it roll through here. Gotta try to get more so at the backside of that curve in that late apex. Keep the car right. Get it back left, a little bit of brake pressure to get gear back into 9. Yeah, then it's that good acceleration to get back towards turn 10. Nice, be patient. Let it get turned. As you unwind, then squeeze on. There you go. Right down this apex right here, Randy. Same thing for you, Tom. Right down that apex there. 1. Unwind it back to the left. Off throttle that turn in. And then squeeze back on right there. There we go. Okay, this time in turn 3, just slow the car down more on the approach. Slow it down more on the approach and turn the wheel more initially. Turn it. Turn that wheel. Get on down here. Yeah, there it is. Now we can accelerate to get back towards that bowl. Carry that light brake pressure here through that bowl. Carry that light brake pressure. Wait for that throttle until we start to unwind, then we roll back into it, okay? Now, as you get up into the S's here, slow the car down first, then do that downshift there to 3rd gear. Looking good through there. There's that tricky turn number 8. Remember, when you get off the brake, just let it coast. Let that car work its way down the inside, then make the acceleration to get back towards 9. A little bit of brake pressure right here. And we can accelerate back over here towards number 10. Alrighty, we're going to slow down here again. We are going to slow down here again. Make sure we get to that turn in. But yeah, we're going to start the cool down lap. We are going to start the cool down lap right here. So for you guys, just keep the car in the high gear, like 4th or 5th gear. That'll be fine. We'll just do a nice good cool down. So for the cool down again, keep the focus up, keep in your marks. Keep the recordings on. Keep those recordings on, and then once we do get parked over there at the building, I'll come up to your windows individually and then let you know when to shut those down. But again, just keep those on for now. So hopefully it's feeling better. Hopefully you guys are feeling better out there, and you know, it's feeling easier. I like the adjustments that we were making throughout the session. That's what it's all about. Lap after lap, you're just trying to just get it all squared away. This approach turn 3, you gotta, I wouldn't say like be conservative here, but you gotta get it slow down that approach. That way you're able to, you know, be comfortable at the turn and be able to turn that wheel enough to work your way down that apex. Here through the bowl, always get close to the braking cone on the approach, but yeah, no more than the middle. Shouldn't go any more than the middle as you get through the bowl there. But yeah, we'll take ourselves back up here and do the S's. And then we're going to get ready to exit the track here. So as we come out of turn 7, we'll go ahead and get those left turn signals on for me, please. Again, keep the recordings on. Keep those recordings on. When we do get parked at the building, I will come up to your windows individually and then let you know when to shut those down. Right. If you would like to, you can go ahead and get your windows down, get some fresh air inside those cars as we taxi back towards our spots. Alrighty, so yeah, let's get ourselves back in the spots again. Keep the cars on, keep the recordings on. I'll be over there to your windows pretty quickly here.
Absolutely.
Turn 8 looked a lot better, just carrying the momentum throughout.
Yeah.
You're good to stop that recording.
Sure.
Shut the car down.
Sure.
Hop on out. We'll do a little debrief here.